Hello everyone. Today I'm again your geology optional teacher Jyoti Singh from Plutus IS. We'll cover one of the topic of our geology optional, that is your fishes. Fishes में आप there is mainly three things in your optional syllabus, that is your locomotion, respiration and migration, right? The Pisces, the syllabus in the Pisces in your geology optional syllabus, there is mainly three things: respiration, then your locomotion, then your migration. So we have seen the question has been came so many times from the migration. But of course, locomotion topic is also one of the very important topic. Even before starting the migration, we have to know that what is the how the very common thing that okay, the fishes can move through the locomote through the swimming, right? But we have to know the types of locomotion that it has been also came asked in the PYQs. Respiration about the thing. Respiration we cover through here also, but like one of the topic can be covered with the respiration also. But it is better to cover in your comparative anatomy. Okay, so we'll cover today the locomotion. Locomotion in fishes. So what you will write in the introduction, as we always talk, we do not just start or we do not just jump into the body content. We start from your introduction, right? So what you write introduction, you can simply talk about the swimming, the fins, right? The locomotor organelles in fishes, right? You can simply talk about in the introduction. You can also talk about the streamlined body of the fishes, which help in the locomotion in that water, right? Because of that streamlined body, whenever you are writing, okay, of course the question we also this also depend that number marks of the question. So whenever you are writing the introduction, do not write the general introduction, always put some of the keyword, like here in the locomotion on fishes, even in the migration and fishes, you can simply define okay migration and something like that. But if you are adding that keyword, that will give you the brownie point, right? So you can mention a streamlined body, then the first आप लिख सकते हो कि swimming, the locomote or the movement is through the swimming. But here again you can write with the paired fins, right? Like your pectoral, right? Pelvic, pectoral, pelvic or caudal fins. You can simply mention these kind of terms. Okay. So now we'll talk about the proper locomotion, the body content. When you start the locomotion, the body content, you can write. You actually the concept is there was a scientist named Burden. So many type of locomotion the fishes generally show. But the scientist named Burden, he proposed that there are mainly three types of locomotion in the fishes. Okay, what are the three type of locomotion? The first is anguilliform. Okay, we can just write it. He proposed, Burden proposed, or better say studied, proposed three types of locomotion. Three types of mainly locomotion in fishes on the basis of on the basis of their body, on the basis of their body movement or movement of fins or movement of fins. What are the basic three types? The first is your anguilliform movement. The first is your anguilliform locomotion, right? The second is your carangiform. The second is your carangiform locomotion. Then third is your ostraciform. Then third is your ostraciform locomotion. First we'll explain these three, then there are other types of motion also. That is some abnormal, or you can say not abnormal, but there are some specific type of locomotion that generally few fishes shows. So first we talk about this. What is the anguilliform? Whenever we have already talked about so many times, whenever we see any word, we just simply decipher this word. What does this word indicates? It, don't you think it's indicate that angular, or better say eel? So इसका example भी आपका क्या है? Example is also eel. What kind of motion the anguilliform shows? Anguilliform shows your, okay. So anguilliform motion, we'll write about what is the anguilliform. The whole body, the whole body move with lateral, with undulation movement, with undulation movement in metachronic rhythm. In metachronic rhythm. What does that mean? Do we know the metachronic rhythm? Yes, we know. We have already talked about metachronic rhythm in your ciliary movement, right? What is the we have already seen the snakes, right? Compare like a snakes. Okay, abhi we will just do the comparative analysis also. So we have already seen the so many snakes, right? So snake move like this. The whole body move in the kind of motion, sorry, in the kind of wave, right? So the upper portion, like the anterior portion of the body moving in one direction, while the posterior portion of the body moving in other direction, right? So this kind of motion shows the wave like motion. So when have you seen the eel is also look like a snake only. ईल का जो आपका जो जनरल फिशेस का स्ट्रक्चर होता है लाइक दिस, ईल का जो स्ट्रक्चर होता है बॉडी फिश, और ईल का जो बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर होता है दैट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. ओके, सो दैट इज वाई स्पेसिफिक आपका हो गया एंगुलर फॉर्म मोशन, और इसके एग्जांपल में भी आपका क्या आता है, ईल. ठीक है. एंड व्हाट इज द स्पेसिफिक थिंग, ये तो आपने लिख लिया बॉडी का मोशन. ओके, सो व्हेन द होल बॉडी इज मूविंग, सो consumption of energy, next point you can write it down. So the consumption of energy in this movement, in this movement is very high, is very high. Yes, we'll talk about it comparatively. The next is your Cavendish movement. The next is your Cavendish locomotion. What is this? It occurs in the majority of fishes. It occurs in the majority of fishes. What does that mean? That means the simple, what is the structure of the fishes? Like this, right? This is the structure of the fishes. So we can see the heterocircle or homocircle caudal fin. It is different, it is a different concept, but yes, you can make the heterocircle or homocircle. Then there is your pelvic fins, then there is your pectoral fins, right? This is the fins here, है ना? So majority of fishes looks like that. So what happened in this such kind of movement? What happens in such kind of movement? The 1/3 of the body portion only move. The whole body do not move. Okay. What we'll write? So lateral undulation movement. Lateral. We are not explaining it. Actually, we are explaining it completely, but we are not writing it very elaborate form. Okay. So lateral undulation of movement in body, where 1/3 of the body, 1/3 of the body move, and rest portion, will remain, will not move, will not undergo, will not undergo in active movement, in active movement. This type of locomotion with the help of, with the help of, with the help of caudal fin, or you can say tail fin, caudal or tail fin, plus pectoral and pelvic fins, plus pectoral and pectoral pelvic. We can see even the human body, like this is pectoral girdle, and नीचे वाला जो hip portion होता है that is your pelvic girdle, right? Pectoral and pelvic, pectoral and pelvic fins. Okay, so when we have seen this anguilliform of movement, what happened in this, the whole body is moving like that. You can also make the diagram, of course you can, है ना? This could be the best presentation. The whole body is moving, while in this this 1/3 portion of the body moving, through which the whole locomotion occurs with the help of the caudal fin and pectoral and pelvic fins. The locomotion occurs. Comparative to your anguilliform, comparative to anguilliform, less energy consumed in this type of movement, right? In this type of movement. Why? Because only 1/3 of the body portion is moving. So of course when we are moving our whole body, and when we are moving only our hand or maybe only our brain, so of course comparative to that energy will be consumed less. इसका example आपका majority of fishes है, right? So last is your ostraciform locomotion. So last is your ostraciform locomotion. What is this? This type of locomotion occurs with the help of large caudal and tail fins. Or you can, it is not necessary that large caudal or tail fin, but caudal or tail fins. Right? We have seen such fishes which have the very thick body, or the very healthy, very thick body inside, and they have very small or normal सा आपका caudal fin, right? So they just move. Even we can see some of the aquarium fishes show this kind of movement also. Aquarium fishes also show that form of movement, but aquarium fishes also show they will move only this caudal fin. If you think like that, like this is your body, so caudal fin like move like that only. Okay, so with the help of that, the pectoral and the pelvic जो fins होते हैं, they are very, इसमें हम लोग अगर large actually want to raise it, and that's not necessarily that your tail fin is large. Okay, so they specifically move with the help of that their caudal fins. What is the example? And very less energy consumed in this type of locomotion, in this type of locomotion. Example, do we know an example? Example is your puffer fish, right? Example is your puffer fish. इसका actually there's a one more reason, due to very thick body, generally not able to move, generally not able to go or undergo in the locomotion, in the movement. Locomotion में तो of course आएंगे. We know the difference between the movement and locomotion for sure. When we talk about the locomotion, there is a term is location, right? So when we talk about the locomotion, the term is location, and when we talk about simple movement, that is simple moving. When we talk about the movement, there is not necessarily that we are changing the place, but when we are saying the locomotion, we are changing the place. Like we are talking the types of locomotion when the fish is moving from one place to another place, right? But when we are talking even in the locomotion, we are saying the movement of the caudal fin, the movement of the pectoral or the pelvic fin, and the movement of 1/3 of the body portion, right? So there are some other types of movement. Locomotion. There are some other types of locomotion, right? The fourth is your cuneiform. Cuneiform locomotion. We can also write it like other types of. Then there is the regiform. Then there is your ragiform locomotion. Then there is your gliding movement. Gliding movement, do we know? Gliding locomotion. Okay, then there is your okay, six are much enough. Gliding movements such as your like cuneiform locomotion, they generally show with the sharks and the steerings, right? आपका जो gliding movement है, we know the fish name Exocetus or the flying fish, right? The flying fish have very large pectoral and pelvic fins, right? So with the help of that, they can just move above the surface of water. So like that's why it is known as your flying fish, right? So if we want to see this comparative anatomy, what we'll see that the locomotion, there's a three form of the locomotion occur. Like first आपका ये वाला locomotion हो गया, है ना? That is your anguilliform of locomotion. Then there is normal, suppose that scoliodon, है ना? फिर आपका ये वाला movement हो गया. You can make the heterocircle or hemocircle fins, doesn't matter, है ना? फिर आपका क्या हो गया? ये वाला motion हो गया. That is your carangiform. Then there is a puffer fish, in which the body, in the main body is very thick in between, so that will not go into that proper movement, but they will of course go into that locomotion, right? So these are the mainly three types of locomotion. On the basis of that, the locomotion also, the other types of, or the basis of the locomotion also, that static locomotion, like it's not static motion but continuous locomotion, burst locomotion, and inter between both motion. Continuous, that means they are just moving one place to another motion. Burst locomotion, in which they find the prey, or they just offense or defense, you can see, in search of food also. Like in the burst type of movement, the energy consumption is very high, right? Then there is inter between, it is mainly used in the migration purpose. Okay, so we already covered the type of locomotion. So in the next class we'll cover about the migration. Yes, that's not only not only two types of migration, that's your catadromous and anadromous, but there are other so many types of migration, like potamodromous, vertical, on the basis of day, on the basis of diurnal. Okay, so we'll talk about it in the next class. Thank you everyone.